I loaded the Apollo 11 racing state. So right now it thinks it's 15 minutes away from PDI, power descent initiation. So I can get it into
program 63.
Yep. So these are just rope simulator boxes, but I'm using the test connector as a core rope simulator. Mm-hmm.
So the rope simulator is simulating Luminary 99 ropes.
Let's see, why is it not?
So that's telling us we don't have an operable inertial guidance system, so it's not going to fire off the descent engine if it doesn't know which way it's oriented in space and whether it's moving. So that's understandable.
Alright, so I can just get it into view. Do you want to wire up the switches?
Sure. Here.
Let's power things off.
I'll get you this, and I'll go get the sheet, and you can. D3, that's so that the REM is in an elliptical orbit with its low point being 50,000 feet. And when you start that program, it'll figure out what the burn has to be to reach the landing spot. And then it will tell you the thrust, how long it is, and everything. Then you give it an OK when it's ready, and it'll start firing the engines. Of course, at that point, we'll get an error saying thrust error because. So right now, it's calculating. Oh, is there a program alarm?
It's a 212 program alarm, which
Okay.
is PIPA failed, but PIPA is not being used.
At this point, okay.
So
All right.
we're getting a program alarm.
Okay,
because
so
we
now
don't
let's
have-
forget a 9-minute, 50-second burn.
Yep, and
Now you're 0.7 miles off straight ahead to the landing point. And what's the middle one?
countdown to ignition.
Okay, so 12 minutes, 48 seconds to ignition. So it calculated exactly what it has to do to reach that point in the Sea of Tranquility.
Yep. So if I do a noun 33 enter, it'll show us the ignition time.
Right,
And noun 65 enter, that's the current time.
right. So 102 hours, whatever minutes into the mission. From
So if I hit enter, nope, sorry, if I hit proceed, this is a please perform checklist item 14, which is final line with IMU.
Right.
So I'm going to skip that step. These
Yeah,
are.
so it says the IMU, the thing has to be at 180 degrees, 360 degrees, and 285. So it's the positioning of the spacecraft to be with the engine forward, so the thrust can slow you down.
So if I hit proceed here, it's going to perform a maneuver to that attitude, but we're already set up to face that direction.
So it immediately says you're there.
Yep. So from here, we can do initialization of the abort guidance system, which we
Right.
don't have, but that's a verb 47 here.
Right.
And then a confirmation that was
And
the
it
last
says,
call.
was it at 90 hours the last time you initialized it? Who's going to confirm it?
Yep, proceed. So what it's doing right now is it's taking the state vector of the litter module and the state vector of the command module and transforming them into X coordinates and sending that data over downlink to the X.
Right. Abort guidance system is a little backup computer in the LEM. The only thing it did was get you back into orbit, but it wasn't smart enough to do, the regular guidance and navigation. It was sort of a if the AGC had ever failed in a mission, that would have saved them. But it never did.
Okay, so I finished doing that.
Okay.
So we can proceed. And we're back to the auto maneuver screen. So now I can do a verb 83, which is a request display of rendezvous parameters. So this is going to pull up the distance to and the distance to the command module and the rate at which that distance is changing.
So as soon as it finishes calculating, it's there. So see it increasing, 631, 632. So the command module is actually going further away from us right now in the orbit.
Yep, And the first two numbers here, you will also pull up on the abort guidance system to make sure that the numbers being displayed on the disk match
Agreed.
what got
Yeah.
put into the abort guidance system.
Because either one of those is what's going to take you back where Mike Collins can find you if something goes wrong.
So proceed back to the auto maneuver screen.